Hello guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to start working on the body of the car. I know this is what you all been waiting for. Today we're going to go through the process of how to actually approach it. I have managed to make a sheet with chassis measurements. This will come in extra handy when we will work on the car, so we can double check that the car is straight and it will go straight as well. One more thing, there's a lot of ways to actually approach rust repairs such as this. You have versions when you make a grille for the car such as this. And then you have another version which we're going to take is actually make a trolley and actually a frame on which we're going to mount the car, so it will hold the measurements in, so it's not going to flex while we're going to work on the car. Normally, there's two kinds of people with these projects. First, the thinker. But the thinker doesn't get much done, so there is another group. The ones that take the angle grinder and go to work. We want to take a middle approach, so think first and make a plan, and then, well, it's time to go to business. So if we take a look at this car, for example, if we were going to put the grille and mount it in front and in the back and then turn it, the whole car would start to bend because it's not structurally sound. As you can see, we have rust here and then the floor of the car. So actually connecting the rear and the front, you have floor of the car, which we can see here has major issues. We should have chassis rails, which are actually gone. Then we have the roof, and we can see that we have very thin A-pillars. And then we have the seals, which should connect to the A-pillar, but this one is rusted as well. So we don't have the sound connections between the back and the front to make a grille, so we're going to mount the car on the mounting points for rear and front axle, and this should hold the lengths and the diagonals of the car in place, so the car should not flex. So looking at this thing, we can see that the main measurements are from here, here and there. Because the main measuring point, this one, is on a very rusted spot, this will first have to be repaired with the chassis rail, and then the trolley and the frame will have to be mounted here and perhaps even on top. And then in the back we're going to mount it here. This is where the rear trailing arm goes. So these two spots will be the measuring points. So if you have a difficulty imagining what we're going to do for the car, I made a sketch. This is how it should look. So the car, and then we should mount the trolley on which we will have wheels so we can maneuver it. We're going to mount it in the axle mounting points, so it will hold actually the measurements and also give us a better access to the rust and actually mobility for the car, even when it's not going to have axles and wheels. You can see the starters of the trolley here, where we actually have wheels. Two of them are being rotatable and two of them will be fixed. This will be the starting of the frame on which we're going to mount the car. These are the cross beams that we're going to use, but more stuff coming up next. So this happened. The spray can exploded when I was shaking it, so the rest of the wheel holders will have to be black. Okay guys, so idea behind this is to use this welded on the frame, so then we will have a height adjustable trolley. We're going to use the wheels and put it here. We already have the holes It will probably an 8mm bolt, and I think that for height adjustment we're going to use a 10mm bolt. We're going to do this on 4 or maybe even 5 corners, so we will have a triangular pose as well, so we can maneuver it around the lift. Most of this stuff is actually used from scrap, the metal parts that we had laying in the basement. So the profiles, I will leave the measurements if anyone will be interested. Also, these plates here were cut from 1 centimeter or 10mm plate using plasma cutter, which worked out really well. So now we have some plates that will be used as reinforcements, and also we have this plates that will hold the wheels. One more thing, if anyone is interested in this chassis plan with measurements, you can contact me and I can send it to you. I will post it on some forums probably, so it can help other people as well. This has been made by me and my friends. Also, if you're interested in sketching, I am a designer, so maybe we can even do some tutorials about how to sketch cars or car parts. If you're interested, please leave a comment so I can create more content for you. Okay guys, one more thing. So I took out the steering column because we don't need it anymore. It's just these 2 bolts here and then one over there, and then on the steering rack there's another one, and I took it out basically to gain access because I wanted to take out the brake booster, which is held in by 4 bolts here, and one on the brake pedal. Nothing major, but this is why you have to take out everything. As you can see here, underneath the brake booster we have another rust spot, which is pretty big. I guess when somebody has been changing this bit here underneath the battery, it was actually rusted a little bit further, and now because the brake booster is so large, it actually covers it up, and there was a lot of junk in there, so it was holding up moisture, so this bit here died. So it's nice that you take out everything before you start working on the body, just so you have a better visual of what's wrong. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining in. I'm super stoked to be back in the car and start working. This quarantine isolation stuff has been a little bit boring, so it's nice to be back. I hope you enjoyed this video, and work will continue. Take care and stay healthy.